Hello, I am Watu, the Watcher. Previously, we started with a surprise war film on Disney+, turning out to be a secret new origin story for Bucky, Captain America, and the new MCU. If you haven't seen that video, please watch it before continuing. It will be located in the description below. Meanwhile, in our make-believe reality, Kevin Feige is about to announce the new phase of the new MCU. It has been a long time since we've seen you guys. While you didn't see us for years, we were tucked away, spending countless nights coming up with a fresh take on these characters that we love so much. We wanted to take some time and make sure we were headed in a good direction. I know by now you all have seen Captain America Liberty, and I know that you are so eager to see what's next now that we are here at D23. In the original MCU, each chapter of our stories were called phases. In this new era, we will divide our chapters a little differently. Each phase will be known as an age, and this first age will be known as the Golden Age. The Golden Age will tell the story of a world coming together to defeat a never-before-seen immovable threat known as Hydra. Captain America is missing, and the world's governments are struggling to find him and a solution to their growing Nazi problem. Howard Stark, the smartest man in the world, was given governmental authority to lead a very small team of America's strongest and brightest to come up with a plan to stop Hydra. This team included Captain Steve Rogers, who now Howard and his team must find while on the clock to stop evil abroad. This is where the next film in this phase comes in. Wolverine Madripoor Nights. Wolverine and Howard find Bucky stranded after the events of Liberty and bring him along as they travel to the criminal island of Madripoor, where Howard's intel leads them and Logan's past catches up to him. This new MCU will start in the 1940s and go through 7 decades of superhero tales, telling multiple stories that connect to form an overall story that ends in the early 2000s. Set between 1939 and 1950, the Golden Age takes place on an Earth where, because of geniuses like Howard Stark and others, technology and humanity have advanced well beyond their years. These films will have a retro-futuristic aesthetic. Think of the Apple Plus television series Hello Tomorrow as a perfect example of what I'm going for here. I want to have more comic-accurate costumes. Keeping up with the 1940s and 1950s aesthetic, we'll draw inspiration from Alex Ross's paintings of Marvel characters, upgrading and changing the looks as the decades change. Now it's time to map out the rest of this first phase of MCU projects. We have Wolverine Madripoor Nights, set in the early 1940s during World War II, and the next release will be a television series set in 1939 before the events of Liberty and Madripoor Nights. This limited series will focus on the origins of the original Human Torch. We open on a TV screen playing the news. A peace treaty has been reached between the World Waters Coalition and Atlantis. The broadcast is interrupted by the changing of the channel. A commercial is now playing. Hi, my name is Vicky Murdoch, but you may know me as that asbestos lady. Well, I'm here to tell you that we do more than just magic asbestos here at AG Co. We have a line of products and accessories that are so magical, a supreme sorcerer couldn't explain how we do it. In 1939, the world is going through a technological boom as scientists across nations make major advancements in science and technology. Professor Phineas T. Horton leads the nation in artificial intelligence and robotics, creating an android indistinguishable from humans with one major flaw: it would randomly combust into flames. After its debut in the Tomorrow World Expo of 1939, the android was named the Human Torch after accidentally combusting again. Being shunned for public scares, Professor Horton hid the android until artificial curiosity led this droid to explore the outside world. After leaving home, the android was naively convinced to commit crimes with a notorious thief. After realizing his mistakes, Human Torch attempts to bring the criminal to justice and learns how to control his powers in the process. The android began fighting crime, giving himself a human secret identity: Jim Hammond. As his human self, he became a police officer during the day, stumbling across a secret criminal underworld. Vicky Murdoch, publicly known as the celebrity entrepreneur Asbestos Girl, has a multi-million-dollar empire selling various products made with asbestos materials. Her money actually comes from her secret criminal empire, which Officer Jim has just discovered. Throughout the series, we will watch the Human Torch learn to control his powers and try to prove to the public that he is a hero while he juggles his human identity as a police officer, trying to legally uncover and shut down Asbestos Girl's criminal activity. In a battle of wits and strength, the hero and the villain must learn when to use their powers and when to use their cunning to win public perception and protect their secret identities. Towards the end of this limited series, we start to see the Human Torch win the hearts of the public, while Officer Jim Hammond begins to unravel the lies and conspiracies of Asbestos Girl. During the last battle, Asbestos Girl faints and is taken into custody. After getting noticeably sicker, she is taken to a prison doctor, and it is discovered she has cancer from prolonged exposure to her own products. Learning of her mortality, she hatches a plan to frame the Human Torch by testifying that the Human Torch actually works for her and provides video proof of him dumping her toxic materials in the ocean. The Human Torch claims his innocence and that the video is fake, but the news spreads like wildfire and we end on a cliffhanger. After 7 episodes, the Human Torch limited series concludes with a 30-second end credits scene. We see the close-up of a street. Then we see a trail of water, which grows into a pool. Then the streets of New York begin to flood. The camera pans up, and then we see a huge wave rising, and before it crashes on the shore, we cut to black. Then text appears on screen. The Human Torch and Jim Hammond will return. We are now a third of the way into the first phase of our MCU reboot. Based on what we have so far, what do you think the next project will be? I'm thinking about doing a detailed synopsis of each episode of the Human Torch series, in addition to the Reboot series. If this is something that you all are interested in, please let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to be among the first to experience Part 3.